What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from Sante Adairius Rustic Ales, and they are out of Capitola, California, and this is their Yes is the Answer. So they are calling this one a Hazy IPA that comes in at 6.8% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is just under 6 weeks old. And I'm going to give a huge thanks, shout out once again to a friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Jesse, for hooking me up with this one. So big thanks to him for this beer. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail video I did that contains all the goodies he hooked me up with. And I'm really excited about this one for a couple different reasons. Number one, I have had a couple beers from Sante Adairius Rustic Ales, otherwise known as SARA. I had 2 Saisons from them at the Shelton Brothers Beer Festival back in 2019 here in Buffalo, New York. I had a gin barrel-aged Saison, really good, and then a regular Saison, and I can't really remember much about that one, although it was solid. And that's what they're known for. They're known for rustic ales. They're known for farmhouse ales, Saisons. So the other reason I'm excited for this one is because this is a hazy IPA. And the name of this beer is their answer to whether or not they do have hazy IPAs at the brewery, or they can them when people ask. Yes is the answer. And I love the label art. It's old, like, comic book style. So really cool. Now, this one does have some dents in it. And when he sent the package, there was this beer and another that were together in like a Ziploc bag type of setup, and there was beer in there, and I could not tell if it was from the other beer or this one. I reviewed the other beer, didn't seem to be from that one. This one isn't leaking anymore, so I have no idea which beer is the culprit. Hopefully this is held up, just under 6 weeks old, still pretty damn fresh, but I hope that, there's nothing going on here. Outside of that, I want to crack this one open. I've had a collaboration between them and Other Half called Off the Dome. I reviewed it a couple years ago on the channel, and it was really good. I enjoyed it, but again, that was the Other Half brewed version of it. I don't know if they did a version of it at the SARA brewery. So anyway, let's give it a pour here. Yeah, looking hazy. Now, if you can see the carbonation, maybe there is something up with this one. The other one did not have carbonation like this. I am not pouring it all that hard. Yeah. So this might be the beer that is the culprit, unfortunately. I did tell Jesse that if I reviewed it and it was bad, you would not see this. So if you're seeing this, it's not all that bad. If you aren't seeing this, then you won't see it. Anyway, I'm going to put this over on the coaster there. All right, so as you can see, this is pouring out a really milky, like yellow-orange color at the bottom. Has about a 4-finger of this off-white, super creamy, but soap sudsy looking head as well. That looks like a hazy IPA, albeit with 75 fingers of head. Let's get a nose. Okay, so it smells pretty good. Oh, man. Tons of stone fruits right off the top. I'm getting peach and mango, big time. Underlying orange and grapefruit, like a zestiness from those two fruits. A touch of melon. I believe they said on Instagram they are using Citra and El Dorado for this one. There's this nice, spicy, dank kind of herbaceousness too. So aroma-wise, this seems like there's nothing wrong with this. But based on the carbonation being crazy and the fact that there was beer in the package along with another beer, I would imagine this is the culprit, unfortunately. That said, it smells fucking awesome. So if it tastes awesome, I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, anyway, let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Jesse. That's really nice. So despite the carbonation looking crazy and it foaming up, this beer has a really nice, soft, smooth body. So body on this is like medium body, 6.8%, that's fine. The mouthfeel, like I said, soft, smooth, really creamy, appropriate for a hazy IPA at this point in time. Just look at that carbonation though. Crazy. That head is being generated with just like a couple ounces being poured into it. Outside of the head though, it's a beautiful looking hazy. For 6.8%, this drinks like a 8.5% double IPA. It's sweeter, and it leans to the sweeter side, but It's sweet. It's not quite candied, but it has almost that like candied peach gummy ring right at the forefront. There's a little bit of like a over-ripened mango, honeydew melon. That all hits me front of the palate. Passes through, a zesty grapefruit, zesty orange kind of hits. And then as it continues on through the palate and kind of gets to the back, there's this nice this nice spicy, dank, herbaceous kind of finish to it. There's a mild to moderate bitterness. Yeah, I'd say mild to moderate bitterness. Really good. I'm just trying to... That peach gummy ring is definitely ramping up with each sip. This is really tasty. I don't know what exactly went wrong here in terms of like, I think this is the beer that kind of probably leaked a little bit. The head being crazy didn't really mess with the body and the mouthfeel because there's still some nice carbonation there, but really soft and smooth. I love this peach gummy ring thing going on. Sweeter candied citrus fruits, but not over the top. It has a nice, like I said, mild and moderate bitterness, kind of, you know, balance it out a little bit, not fully, but to some degree. And then there's this semi-dry finish too that kind of helps out as well. 6.8%, you can't tell. Like I said, the body and mouthfeel to me, especially the mouthfeel and then the intensity of the flavors, kind of remind me of like a bigger double IPA, like 8.5%. I like this quite a bit. It's not mind-blowing, but for something 6.8%, they did a really good job. So not much more to say about this. Can't really taste the alcohol. Didn't expect to. Yes is the answer. My first true hazy from SARA. I am going to give this a high 4.25 and go 4.3. I think that's a really good fucking beer. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that this is as good as it is. Not that, I mean, they brew great beer, but typically you don't see hazies from them, or at least I haven't heard of any hazies from them outside that collab with Other Half. I'm sure they do. I just, you know, I don't live in California. I don't get their stuff on the regular. So I will say that the beer that I know them for is their West Ashley, which is like a Saison with, I believe, apricots. But this, if you see this on the shelf and it's relatively fresh, give it a go. Price and availability, I have no idea. So Jesse, chime in. I would hope something like this isn't more than like, it's $18 a 4-pack and more in the $16 4-pack range, but it is California. Keep that in mind. Prices are higher. I've noticed that with a lot of the beers. And again, availability, I have no idea. I know these don't get distro here in New York, and that's all I can say. So huge thanks to Jesse for this beer. 4.3 out of 5. Really good score. It's a shame that I feel like this is, you know, the beer looks like it did, but it really didn't affect the taste. It didn't affect the body or the mouthfeel, so I'm pretty happy about it. Really soft and smooth on the palate, though. It's like they nailed the mouthfeel 100%. So if you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Once again, thanks to Jesse for this beer. I have one more beer from them. He sent me a big 750 of their Saison Bernice, which I believe is the most checked-in beer on Untapped from this brewery. So I'm going to share that with friends and hopefully the FLX boys, Dan and Mike. We're going to, next time we get together, I'm going to bring that along, and hopefully it's a delicious Saison. So appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one. Cheers.